Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni will seek re-election for a seventh term in polls due early next year, according to a senior official from the ruling party. Museveni was widely expected to run again, but this is the first confirmation from his National Resistance Movement party. The country will hold its general elections in January 2026. Voters will choose both the president and lawmakers. At 80 years old, Yoweri Museveni has held power in Uganda since 1986. He is the fourth longest ruling leader in Africa. Under his tenure, the National Resistance Movement has changed the 1995 constitution twice to allow him to extend his rule. Museveni's biggest opponent in the 2026 polls should be Bobi Wine. The singer-turned-politician came second in the 2021 elections, but claimed the results were fraudulent. Wine has already said he intends to run again next year. Museveni has shrugged off recurring accusations that he has maintained his grip on power through patronage and intimidation.
Hello guys, welcome back. Today we are looking at Yoweri Museveni, this old head, the current president of Uganda. He has been the president of Uganda since 1986, which means he has been in power for almost 40 years. And, he wants to extend his tenure. He wants to go for re-election, to stay in power for a couple of years again. And he is 80 years old, on paper, but we know that he might be more than that. He might be more than 80 years old. But because the way he looks, you know what I mean? I think he might be like maybe 86, getting to 90, but he wants to be in charge still more, even though there's nothing to write him about his stuff, his years in power, you know what I mean? And his party is called National Resistance Movement, and that's funny because what is he resisting now? I'm telling you, for 40 years, what is this man resisting? They should have changed that name a long time ago, because now he has become a dictator. That's what it is. Because if you challenge him now, he even introduce a martial law, like they will try you in military court. You know what I mean? That's why sometimes when you look at the democracy, the way the West sell democracy to us, you see that sometimes the way it's practiced in Africa is different, from what we see, the way it's practiced in the West. And it's not like people that came up with this ideology, this system of governance or leadership, democracy, didn't know that it has some downside to it, like what we see in Africa. Because now this man since he have declared his intention, is definitely gonna win, because there is no opposition. Even if there is opposition, it's not strong enough, because what he's gonna do is he's gonna bribe the way and get what he wants at the end of the day. That's what we see in Africa. It's not about your vote. Your vote doesn't count. Those dictators like him, old head, he doesn't care about your vote, because if he cares about your vote, he will actually improve the life of his people, so that they will want him to continue. And for him to be in 40 years in power, and there's not much achievement, and they still want to continue. This is bad. This is too bad, because we've seen this in Africa. Once people get in power, they don't want to leave. Like in Cameroon, Biya is the same. He's gonna contest again and contest a sham election. They could conduct sham election, and they declare the winner. And this democracy is not a kingship while somebody is there for life, because you can be there, and if things are not going well, why can't you give another person a chance? And the stuff, and one thing about staying in power like this is that you're setting a very bad example. because because he might not be alive. The man might not be, this old head might not be alive to see the bad example he's setting. Is that because anytime there's a change of power, like somebody else, because at the end of the day, just a matter of time when, a matter of years, another person, he will not be there. Either he resign or you go by natural cause, like he die, and another person will go in there. And that person, when they look back on how long this man stayed, might try to copy his example, which is a bad example to be in power for so long. You know what I mean? But we see this happen in Africa, and it's very distressing. That's why sometimes people lose hope that they don't know that Africa is gonna rise one day. And you don't blame people for losing hope because somebody like this man, this Museveni, he's not gonna do anything, special again, because he would have done something special to his people. He would have done it a long time ago. 40 years is enough for you to show, even 10 years, even 5 years is enough to use to show that this is, to show really what you can do. But 40 years, there's nothing he can do anymore except to be in power and start, the family and friends, if they're satisfied, the rest of the country is, they don't care. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our video. Peace.